How awesome was it to be a part of this team?
It was really awesome. The team this year was pretty amazing. Everyone supported each other, and it was just really cool to see everyone out on that field make a difference in the game. You know, the defense held, the offense did well, the midfield did their part, everyone did their part. So I guess people definitely thought we were the underdogs, but we knew what we were capable of going into this game, and we knew that if we played the game we could play, it doesn't matter how many losses the other team had, we knew we could beat them.
And I know that this program, going back a ways, has been the favorite and has been very successful. I mean, how much of that is kind of like, you know, no matter who you play, you guys always know that you guys have a chance?
Yeah, I would definitely agree. This program's been very strong throughout the years. Even the 4 years I've been here, I mean, we've made it to the state semis every year. And this year, you know, we got to win. So it's just really cool to be a part of a program that's just so strong and full of so many great people.
Rematch, I mean, that must have felt really good, huh?
Yeah, I love a good rematch, and it was awesome to beat a team that it's always been like tough competition against, and it was just amazing. Like as a senior year, get to play the last game with these people and beat the team that took us down sophomore year. So
what's next for you now?
I'm going to be going to Clemson in South Carolina, and I will not be continuing soccer, but I do get to play in the All-Star game, which is really exciting. So yeah, I'm really excited for the future, and I'm so glad that I got to be part of this team.
And was there anything that happened this season that you feel like was maybe a big turning point for you guys, or just something that really propelled you into becoming state champs?
Yeah, I feel like we played this game in Missouri, and we played against Ozark, and it was raining, and none of us really didn't know if we wanted to play because it was spring break, but we all came out there, and we saw how good we can be. We played a really good team, we had a really good game, and I just felt like that was the moment we realized we could go far this season.
What was your message to the team before the game?
Well, I mean, you hope that any season you go into, you got a chance at winning a state championship. And we actually lost to Pulaski Academy 2 years ago. We lost in the semifinals last year to Valley View, who we beat in the semifinals this year. So we got to get a little revenge on 2 teams that knocked us out the last couple of years. So, you know, it was a great year. We had a great team, family atmosphere. They played for each other. Maybe not so much the coaches. They didn't play for the coaches, but they played for each other, and just one big family.
Yeah, she talked about the turning point against Ozark. I mean, as a coach, what was your viewpoint of when the team really felt like they were coming into their own?
Well, I mean, Ozark was a huge win for us. Always a good opponent. You know, and getting a win like that kind of got us going. And I tell you, you know, that was one of the highs of the season, and one of the lows is turning around and losing Republic at the Kickapoo tournament, and then playing the next day against Hickman, which they had a good team, and we didn't have quite all our players, and we played a really good game and bounced back and were able to beat them 3-0. So I think those 2 events during the season, and then our last home game of the season, getting our conference championship win against Siloam Springs, that kind of really got us going.
What do you tell your team about the tradition here?
Well, I tell them the tradition, I mean, they kind of just carries on and carries on. But I tell them here, I mean, we have never been the favorite going into a state championship game, ever. Even when we won 4 in a row with the boys going into the 5th one, we weren't the favorite. So being an underdog's not such a bad thing. Less pressure on you. You go play, have fun, you know, play free, as somebody around here once said. And we did that. I mean, we had nothing to lose, and they, you know, we put the pressure on them and played a great game against them, and we made Pulaski Academy do things that they didn't want to do, and you know, and end up getting the one goal that we needed to get, and play great defense for 80 minutes.
Yeah, talk about Noelle and the role that she had as a defender to keep them shut out like that.
What she didn't tell you is I moved her to the forward earlier in the season. So all fall with the club team that she played forward. And, you know, a few games in, she's like, you know, I really want to go back and play defense again. And I was like, all right, we'll give it a try. But she was a defensive anchor. I mean, she was a great player, and we had other quality defenders around her, and a great goalie, a senior goalkeeper as well. But, you know, it's someone of her size. I mean, you can't replace that. You can't teach that. And she was a huge reason why we were able to win not only a state championship but a conference championship. And this was moving up in a classification. We were 4A last year, and we moved up to 5A this year. So, you know, it's players like her, big credit to them.
So I know that, you know, the championship winning teams and all your teams in 23 years, you probably remember them by certain things. How will you remember this team?
Family, for sure. I mean, it was one of the most fun teams to coach. You know, they treated each other well. No issues all year. And when you coach girls, sometimes there's issues, but we had none. And they were a blessing to coach. And family is what I'll think of every time.